Hello everybody, my name is Malachi Brogdon-Hearn, and recently Australia just had an election between Labor and the Liberal National Coalition. Now Labor absolutely demolished the Liberal National Coalition, so much so that the leader of the Liberals, Peter Dutton, lost his seat. And I want to talk about the future of Australia's two-party system, and a future I think could be good for the future of Australia's party system. It will involve Australia becoming a multi-party democracy. A two-party system is a multi-party democracy, but more than two. You know what I mean. But the two-party system, as it currently is, it quickly explained, it is Labor versus the Liberal National Coalition. The Labor Party is a centre-left, social democratic, union-aligned, socially progressive political party, while the Liberal National Coalition is a centre-right anti-Labor bloc. The Liberals are centre to centre-right, liberal and economically conservative, while some members, but not all, are socially conservative, while the Nationals are centre-right to right-wing, agrarian socialist and regionalist. Most of their members, however, are right-wing. Quick introductory facts. Labor recently demolished the Liberals at the state election, while the Nationals remained mostly unscathed. They didn't lose any seats in the House. They only lost one seat in the Senate, and they actually gained a seat in the House. They nearly gained a seat in the House. The Nationals are growing resentful of the Liberals, which points to a potential coalition split. You may have seen the news. Jacinta Price defected from the National Party room to the Liberal Party room, and a lot of Nationals were not happy about that. They felt betrayed. Apparently they only found out when the rest of us did. And some Nationals are not happy with the Liberals' net zero policies. And the Nationals are thinking of running in outer suburban seats at future elections. They already start running in city seats now in Western Australia. People are suggesting that the coalition moves leftwards, while others suggest it moves rightwards. And there's dissatisfaction from the left with Labor over its centrist policies, and dissatisfaction from the left with the Liberals over its conservative policies. Some fast facts about the Liberal National Coalition. The Liberals and Nationals do not run in all seats. The Liberals run in mostly urban seats, while the Nationals run in mostly rural seats, although sometimes the Liberals will run in rural seats. It is a near-permanent coalition, but they still operate as separate parties, and the coalition only exists in New South Wales and Victoria. The Nationals have a presence in Western Australia. They were the official opposition party from 2021 to 2025 in Western Australia, and they only finished with one seat less than the Liberals at the recent state election, while they are nearly non-existent in South Australia and Tasmania. The Liberals and Nationals merged in the Northern Territory in 1974, and they merged in Queensland in 2008. State-based coalitions occasionally break down. Occasionally it happens in Victoria and Western Australia, when they do form a coalition in Western Australia. Some, but not all, Liberals, as we mentioned, are socially conservative, while most, but not all, Nationals are socially conservative. But my proposal is to create a four-party system: the Greens, Labor, Liberals and Nationals. My proposal will help reduce factional infighting and help voters choose parties that align with their values. The Greens, they will be left-wing, socialist and climate-focused. Labor will be centre-left to centre-right, social democratic and union-aligned. In the party, they will mostly be a party for the unions, as they once were. They'll have socially progressive members in the party, although extremely socially progressive members will be in the Greens. A lot of the any unions with communist links, they'd be aligned with the Greens. But there'd be a fair amount of social conservatives in the Labor Party that are union members. You could probably argue that before Whitlam, the Labor was more right-wing than the coalition. The Liberals are centre, they're economically conservative, socially progressive and business-aligned. They'll essentially be like the Teals as they are now. If the Teals had a political party, this is what the Liberals will be. It'll be very like they were under Malcolm Fraser and Malcolm Turnbull, both named Malcolm. The Nationals, they'll be right-wing, populist, nationalist and conservative. We'll go through all the parties individually, and we'll talk about the Greens first. The Greens platform will include supporting youth, LGBT+, women's and minority rights, ending climate change, switching to net zeros and renewables, and ending inequality. Their estimated support will be around somewhere from 15 to 20%. They'll assimilate a fair amount of disaffected left-wing Labor supporters. But their main areas for support will be the inner and middle suburbs, especially in the suburbs. Their main voter base will be young people, university students, Aboriginals and Torres Strait Islanders, and multicultural Australians. The Labor Party, their platform will include supporting trade unions and workers' rights, creating more jobs and higher paying jobs, and protecting Australian industry. The estimated support will be around 25 to 35%. They'll be the largest. They'll have the largest support of any party. Their main areas of support will be the middle and outer suburbs of the metropolitan areas, as well as community towns. Think Geelong, Ballarat, Bendigo, and the Central Coast. Their main voter bases will be union workers, blue collar workers, and essential workers. Think nurses, doctors, firefighters, people like them. The Liberals, their platform will include supporting business and capital growth and supporting social and economic liberalism. Their estimated support will be somewhere between 20 and 25%, although I saw a study that can about potential multi-party system in the US, five-party system in the US. They found only 6% of Americans are socially progressive and economically conservative. Their main areas of support will be metropolitan areas, and their main voter bases will be the business owners, the middle class, white-collar workers, professional women, and homeowners. Professional women especially leaning into the teals image. The Nationals, their platform will include supporting regional Australia, supporting social conservatism and economic nationalism, and putting Australia first. Their estimated support will be somewhere between 20 and 30%. Their main areas of support will be the outer suburbs, as well, and especially regional Australia, and their main voter bases will be regional Australians, social conservatives, Christians, and white Australians. Some of the benefits of my proposed four-party system include voter satisfaction and engagement going up. Voters will be more satisfied if parties can tailor their platforms to a specific ideology rather than acting as a big tent as mainly the Liberals do now. The parties have distinct differences. The Liberals can focus on going left, the Nationals can focus on going right, while they can avoid alienating voters on the other side of the political spectrum because they'll have somewhere to go to. And Labor can ditch the toxic progressivism that is despised by many Conservatives, including myself. And I've just created a mock-up here of potential election results in my proposed four-party system. You can see that there's a tie between Labor and the Nationals for the most amount of seats at 90 each. The Liberals got 38, the Greens got 22. As you can see, most of the Greens seats are in like the inner city, central business districts, and inner suburbs. Although they did get Franklin in Tasmania, which is outer suburbs of Perth, as well as Lingiari, which a lot of Aboriginals and Torres Strait Islanders there. As well as Richmond, there's a lot of hippies, I believe, up there. Ballina, areas like that. As you can see, the Nationals, nearly half their seats are from Queensland alone. They do well all across Queensland. Regional Queensland, Townsville, the Sunshine Coast, even the northern suburbs of Brisbane, Longwyn and Dickson. They do well in the outer suburbs, as you can see, in Perth and Sydney. The Liberals mainly do well in like Tasmania. A lot of retirees moving to Tasmania, a lot of old people moving to Tasmania. The Gold Coast, the rich areas of Sydney, you know, like Manly, Cronulla, Bondi Beach, areas around there essentially, and the middle suburbs of Melbourne, as well as the Mornington Peninsula, and middle suburbs. And Labor doing well in the outer suburbs, as well as commuter towns like Geelong, Ballarat, Bendigo, the Central Coast, as well as like mining jobs, Newcastle, the Hunter, areas like that. And I've also created a mock-up for the Senate where Labor gets a plurality of seats in New South Wales, Victoria, and South Australia, as well as an equal plurality of votes in Western Australia, alongside the Nationals, who have a plurality of votes in Queensland, and they have half. There's only 2 Senate seats in the Northern Territory, while the Liberals have a plurality of seats in Tasmania, and it looks like I've given both Senate seats in the ACT to the Greens. That may have been a mistake. Obviously, the main coalition pairing, we'll talk about coalition pairings in a minute, will be Labor and the Nationals. They'll control 90 seats in the House and 44 seats in the Senate. If, for instance, if there's a Greens Labour coalition partners for left-wing economics and trade unions, at the ensuing election, you can expect the Liberals and Nationals both to make ground in the outer suburbs. The Nationals probably able to capture some of the mining jobs, the Hunter, any other regional areas the Labor may hold will probably be captured by the Nationals. Liberals could do well as well in the commuter belts. A lot of mortgage holders there. But there's areas of the Central Coast where a lot of mining jobs, and probably Western Australia as well, where the Nationals and Labor could constantly be fighting for seats. But that's just a mock-up. If you have any problems with that, tell me in the comments. potential coalition pairings. We've already talked about Greens and Labour. The Labour and Nationals, which is we talked about that briefly. It's the most sensible coalition pairing here. The coalition, in fact, this coalition has actually existed once in South Australia in the mid to late 2000s. The Labour Nationals coalition, there would be coalition partners for jobs, resources, the regions, and industry, as well as the Greens Liberal coalition, which that's hard to believe. Although there had a Greens Liberals coalition once in Tasmania in the 80s, I think. The coalition partners for social progressivism in being focused on the climate, especially with the Liberals becoming like the Teals party. So if you have any problems with that, as I said, it's just a mock-up. There's probably a few changes I can make, but yeah. What are your thoughts on this map and my Senate mock-up, as well as my thoughts on my proposal for a 4-party system in Australia? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I would love for you to comment and drive up engagement. So that's the end of the video. I would like you to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Follow me everywhere. My link tree is in the description, and you can join my Patreon for as little as $5 a month, although that is entirely optional. I do ask at least you follow me everywhere on social media and subscribe to my channel. As I said, the election was recently last week. I did a video about that, analysing the election results last week, although not much has changed, so you can have a look at that. It'll be at the end screen afterwards. So I would like to thank you all for watching. God bless you all, and goodbye.